Hey everybody, I'm going to try this again, and this time with the sound on, so maybe you can actually hear what I say. Hopefully you're willing to chime in and listen one more time. By the way, I am Debbie. I'm a volunteer and member of the Dayton Liederkranz Turner, the German club that's at the corner of 5th and High Streets in Dayton. Wanted to take a few moments to review 2020 for Dayton Liederkranz Turner. While some events and activities were canceled this year, overall, DLT began and ended the year with some wonderful events. We'll also be sharing some of the pictures of our 2020 events as a year in review soon on social media. 2020 started with our first ever Sylvester New Year's party. Laura did a great job with the family-friendly event to bring in the German New Year that included the German tradition of watching dinner for one and jelly donuts. Some of those donuts also were filled with mustard. January started with the annual meeting, followed by the schnitzel, dinner, and dance, with wonderful dance music provided by Aaron Dussing and the Polka Revolution. The band played several songs that were favorites of Sonia Rodericks. Tom and Mary Lou Lubinsky and many others enjoyed the dancing to the music during the night. We also had monthly game and Glumatik der Gemütlichkeit night, Mohnenchor and Damenchor lessons, genealogy meetings, Volkstanzer lessons, Zoom Turner, and Tada moved their Friday night dance lessons to DLT. We ended the month with a carnival party at Eintracht. February brought us a Schlagfest with Wolfgang Neuauer leading the culinary team for Schlagfest. The genealogy group held a presentation by Aaron Pence called The Lost 69 of Schersheim, Germany. We also had Fasching with Prinz Jarvi and Prinzessin Erin. We again had monthly game and Gemütlichkeit night, Mohnenchor and Damenchor lessons, Volkstanzer lessons, and Zoom Turner. March. We had grand plans for March with our second German St. Patrick's Day party and spring cabbage roll dinner. We held the St. Patrick's Day party with music provided by Ethan and Joey. The St. Patrick's Day party was at the beginning of everything shutting down, so it wasn't well attended, yet those who did attend had fun, and Ethan and Joey not only played great music, but told some funny stories. The cabbage roll dinner in March was canceled. Choir and dance lessons were also canceled, along with genealogy and game night. As we moved into April, the spring beer tasting and German language lessons we had scheduled were also added to the list of our cancellations. While watching Easter church service online, an alternate plan for German Fest began running through my head so that even if everything was shut down in August, we could continue the tradition of our German Fest picnic that was started in 1986 by Wanda Weidman. May saw the cancellation of our spring concert, and a World Affair was postponed to the fall. As we approached June, the Kettering sister cities canceled Spasnak. That's translated to a fun night. It's an event that's held yearly at the Phrase Pavilion. This also meant that there is no Chardon Polka Band this year. As we learned that we would not be able to hold German Fest Picnic as we had in the past, German Fest Picnic Light began to take shape. July rolled in and we held our semi-annual meeting in person. It was great to actually see our members in person, even if we had to wear a mask. German Fest Picnic Light events and videos were being made to bring some of the traditions of the picnic to all via virtual events. These included a Willkommen message, the Trockton show, a dance lesson, a video about Dayton Liederkranz Turner history, videos and performances from bands and entertainment, the presentation of the German Fest Picnic scholarships, a German language lesson, and our Sunday polka mass. We are also figuring out how to handle curbside carry-up prepaid meal orders and beverages to go. In August, we held the 3-day Germanfest Picnic Light event on the Dayton Liederkranz Turner grounds. With that, we included in-person seating with limited in-person outdoor seating, along with prepaid curbside pickup orders and virtual online events for everyone to enjoy and to share the Gemütlichkeit. The response to the online ordering was overwhelming, and we very much appreciate everybody's support of the event. The addition of the Plastikkrug for beer was also a hit. Well, in September, we don't usually hold any events. In September, what we did do is we focused on the planning for holding an in-person German American Day and Oktoberfest event to be held in early October. This event was to include limited on-site seating and prepaid online ordering for food and beverages. A World Affair for 2020 was also officially canceled. In October, German American Day and Oktoberfest opened with a wonderful unity prayer led by the Reverend Dr. John S. Paddock. For German American Day, we also had storyboards to share the history of the 3 German clubs in Dayton that are the German Club Edelweiss, Eintracht Singing Society, and Dayton Liederkranz Turner. Along with these storyboards, we had storyboards about Deutschland, a non-profit organization formed by all 3 of the German clubs to support the German booth at a World Affair every year. We also included information about Kettering's sister cities and GBU. The German language lessons that had been scheduled for the spring were started in the fall. In November, the fall beer tasting was canceled. Our St. Martin's Day celebration was transitioned from an in-person family event to a virtual online family event. The genealogy group also held a Zoom presentation by Dana Palmer on how to read German handwriting. Also in November, on 11/11, in an unprecedented move, our 2020 Prinzenpaar declared on 11/11 that they refuse to concede their reign and will file lawsuits to stop the spread of Corona, the beer, until every can and bottle is consumed. Danke to our 2021 Fasching Prinzenpaar. They are Prince Jarvi and Princessin Erin. In December, we rounded out the year with the cancellation of our Christmas concert and our Dayton Liederkranz Turner and GBU family Christmas party. We also had to cancel our Sylvester New Year's celebration. We worked out a physically distanced plan for an in-person Christkindlmarkt, but ended up transitioning that event to a completely virtual online event, which had carry-out food, and we also shared ways to reach some of our vendors to provide you with options for shopping local. We also kept the tradition of the Konditorei and the raffle baskets that included the authentic and very much sought after German tin full of authentic German goodness. We were able to add a video about the history of the Christkind Angel that included our first ever Dayton Liederkranz Turner Christkind Angel. We also shared a video about vintage German and Austrian hand-blown glass ornaments. This video included a beautifully decorated vintage Christmas tree and close-up video of some very amazing German vintage ornaments. While there are German traditions that we are not able to bring to the Dayton area for 2020, 2020 has not been a loss. We have done our very best to adapt to the current situation to continue to share German culture and traditions with the German area. A saying that I learned for 2020, the saying is, fear says, what if? Faith says, even if. So even if we cannot meet in person, we're still going to do our best to share German culture via virtual events, Facebook Live, YouTube videos, Instagram, interviews with members and other German organizations, etc. To do that, for 2021, Dayton Liederkranz Turner needs you in not only 2021, but also beyond. Some of the cultural offerings that we have provided are based on specific traditions specific to Germany, to specific regions of Germany. And some of these offerings may differ from traditions that you had in your region growing up in Germany. Let us know about these differences, and if able, volunteer to help with the planning of the events so traditions from your region can be woven into the event to help us provide a fuller picture of German culture. If you're able to help volunteer or have information you can share with us, please either email liederkranzlife@gmail.com or dlt.volunteer@gmail.com. If you're able to volunteer or share information not only in 2021 but beyond. Would also like to say thank you to all who have volunteered, placed orders, shared events on social media, or via word of mouth. We are truly blessed to have such great volunteers and members. With that, let's end 2020 with Eine Prosit. Hopefully you have your beverage of choice available and ready. I've got the words to Ein Prosit on the screen, and we will now get ready to sing Ein Prosit. Again, danke. Thank you so much for all of your support in 2020. Thank you for those who have listened in a second time with actual audio for this video. I appreciate it. As you can tell, I'm not a professional. I would much prefer to be behind the camera. So if you're also interested in helping with this, we would love to hear from you. And thank you, danke. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, to a wonderful 2021.